Hello, hello. Happy Thursday, everybody. My name is Dr. Debbie Roche, and this is Divine Insights. So I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful day today. Um, I am still new to learning the technology, so I'm hoping that I am coming in loud and clear. Welcome, everybody. It's so nice to have you here. It has been a very, very busy week for me, and a lot of different types of weather and lots of different types of experiences. And really just been pondering myself about how so often we have the answers inside of us. So I know I often can see my mind spinning about some things and, going back and forth on some decisions. And then I'll have a heart-to-heart conversation with dear friends or people that are spiritual, metaphysical in nature. And then I hear myself verbalize the answer that my brain has been spinning about or wondering about for days or sometimes weeks. And so I'm always amazed at how the insights are so much a part of our consciousness and subconscious already. And sometimes it's just a matter of bringing our awareness to those insights. And so welcome today. It is wow, it's March is flying by so fast. So it's already like the third week of March. March is my birthday month. I am 45 years old, so I have been really, I don't know, looking really deep within lately. And I know for me, I'm always very introspective, and that has always served me well. So in my birthday months, in my birthday month specifically, I do a lot of soul searching and life refining and a lot of other things. And so I am going to start with a card pull. So if anybody is online, feel free to request a card at any time. I'm going to go through the decks like I always do. And let's see. Journey of Love. So I really like this deck because it really often talks about love from all these different angles: divine love, love of family, love of self, spiritual connection, expressing love out into the universe for service. And I also like the abstract nature of this deck. But if you look at the picture on the front, the lady is very much like celebrating joy. And I always see love and the expression of that love into the universe as a celebration of joy. And I really love that idea. But the cards inside this deck are very, very they're very abstract in nature, but they're really pretty and they have a really unique vibration to them. And like this is legacy of light. And so if you look at it, it's very abstract, but very light filled. And so I am going to, let's see, I'm going to post. I don't think I posted this event like the way I normally do. And so I am going to post this on my page. 1 second. Let's see. 2 card reads. I posted a video, but I didn't post the little I have like a little announcement that describes divine insights, and so I didn't quite do that this time. So I think I'm going to do that real quick. And so I hope everybody is doing well. I think it's been a really interesting week so far. Very busy week. I know some of us, a lot of my friends are doing some really cool things, a lot of different things, which is really neat. I've been really proud of all the creativity and how much courage a lot of my loved ones, my close people have. They've been stepping out and sharing their gifts in all these different ways, which have been fabulous. And so let's see. All right. So whoever's watching, I can't see the names of who's watching, but thank you for joining us tonight. It's nice to have you here with us. And so I was describing the Journey of Love deck first. The cards, the cards are not. I don't really need the cards anymore in terms of my intuitive connection and guidance I receive, but they're a really great visual tool, and they're also a really great tool to help shift your mind to a more spiritual, metaphysical place. And so I know my mind can get real negative sometimes. And so I really have to work hard at keeping myself in a very high vibration, positive thinking place. And so I love the different types of cards because they give me something to focus on and to hold, and it brings me into the now, which has been very valuable to me along my journey, my intuitive journey. And so I love these cards, and but they're very abstract. Like even like let's say like sweet soul rising, like even what they say at the bottom doesn't always correlate with what is in the little book. And the little book, I really like the little book that comes with these cards because it actually it has a little poem at the end. It has a poetry, like and sometimes the poetry doesn't always relate to the reading. And I love poetry, and I always wanted to publish my own little poetry book. But see, like it always has like a little poem at the end of the reading, which I thought was really creative. And so I may do something like that. I keep talking about writing my book, or my second book rather. And I am setting that intention that I will start as soon as my chiropractic CEUs are done. And so I really want to have that book done in 3 months. So I committed to Reverend Kimberly. Hello, hi. I only see Facebook user. I don't know why they don't put I can't see the names. So welcome. If you'd like a card, let me know. I have all these kinds of decks. I have a Native American deck. I have a fairy deck. I have a little inner child deck. And look at the little girl with the little child angel with the kitty. I'm a cat lover, big time. This is one of my favorite decks. Crystal angels. Sure, you can get a card. Hi, Becky. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Would you like a card? Let's see. I have Ask an Angel deck. I have this deck, which is Goddess Power deck. It's beat up because I use it all the time. Hello, Jean. All right. So, Jean, let's see. I think it's this deck. So when I reach for a deck, how I decide is that I can vibrationally, I know it may say for people that aren't really in this metaphysical energetic world. All right, you'll be next. Facebook user, I don't know your name, but thank you for joining me. I'm sorry, Becky. That's right. Thank you. Becky, you're next. So Jean, this is for you. How I pull even the decks is that I can vibrationally feel one kind of vibrating higher. And so for those of you in the metaphysical world, that just means like we're all energy and vibrating, all of our organs and cells and everything. But that's how I select the decks when somebody says, just pick my deck. All right, Jean. And how it works is that I have kind of like a psychic movie screen on the front of my brain that I see things in. So when I'm shuffling the deck, I'll see numbers on that psychic screen or I'll hear the number. So that's clairvoyance. That's meaning you're seeing the intuitive information, and clairaudience, where you're hearing the intuitive information. And so, all right, so you'd like crystal angels too, please. Okay. All right, Jean. So the first one, so I'm seeing a 1 and a 7. So the first card, 2, 3, 4, 7. I see a 9, so the 9th card, and I see a 16. And let's see, 10. And 16 is your power card, and I'll explain that in a second. So let's flip them over. So amethyst. And so revealing your true self, I feel that this card relates to your relationships and how it's really important for you to show up authentic with your heart and to express your emotional needs and to show up as you and not hide. Because I know when I was much younger, I would kind of be very codependent and conform myself to what other people wanted. And the angels are like, no, show up as you. That's the only way to bring in the right people for your heart. And sensitive emotions is the next card. So what I'm getting from this card is that it's really important for you to honor your emotions right now. It's really important that you tap into your heart. If you're having trouble with that, you might want to consider journaling, because journaling is a great way to connect more to emotions. And so I can't do I can only do a mini reading. I'm not sure if that's Becky where it says, can I get a reading? But yeah, you can definitely get some cards. I can't do a full reading but I can definitely do a mini one. And so prosperity, I feel like prosperity is coming your way. It might not be here yet, but they're wanting to emphasize to look for prosperity, not just in money. Look for it, and also in your relationships and your happiness level. The energy of prosperity comes to us in many different ways. All right, Becky, you're next. And so, Jean, the next one. This is your power card. What the power card means is that it's the most important card of the pull, and it says own your divine power. What that basically means is that, sometimes in life it's really important for us to seep deep within our hearts and souls and collect our own spiritual like energy and our soul constitution power. And this seems to be one of those time periods of your life that it's really important, because if you're sensitive, oftentimes you kind of can get bullied by other people's energies. And so sometimes it's really important to claim ourselves within our space and move forward in strength and in fortitude and in clarity. And so I feel that it's important for you to find that right now for your own self. So for anybody that would like to make a donation as part of an energy exchange, all donations go to the Unity of Gulfport. The two online ways of doing that. PayPal is Unity of Gulfport at gmail.com. And then Venmo is at Unity of Gulfport. And so, Becky, you are next. The same deck. I requested it. Thank you for being here tonight. I hope that was helpful, Jean. For those of you that are new, the Unity of Gulfport is a wonderful spiritual community with a lot of heart-based people. I love the people. It's growing so fast. And it's just a great metaphysical spiritual community. I just heard my little kitty meow. So if you hear her, she's 22 this week. So my kitty is 22. It's okay, Cuddles. I'll be in there a little bit. All right. So Becky, 2, 6, 7, 8. Okay, hold on a second. I forgot 1 second. I have to okay. All right, Becky. So this card says give it to God. So this is about whatever you're worrying about. To just, worry has never served me well. And so the reminder here is that whatever's in your brain that you don't have control over right now, hand it over to the universe. Hand it over to whatever God you believe in or whatever spiritual, higher power you believe in. I'm hearing the words audibly, hand it over. Because you holding onto it in your brain and having it run around like a squirrel, that's the image that you're showing me, is a little squirrel running around in the brain. It's not helping you. It's just a lot of wasted energy. I don't know if you've ever heard that concept of that. Hope and worry have the same amount of energy involved. So why not maybe shift more to the hope side rather than the worry side? That was the message around that. All right, Betty, you are next after Becky. I'm on Becky's one right now. It says self-confidence through God confidence. And so what this means, Becky, is that I know for me, when I get into my head too much and into my ego too much, I tend to worry about all kinds of dumb stuff. And then I don't muster up the courage to do whatever it is that scares me that I should be doing. Like even these card pulls, like I was so nervous about doing them, and I love doing them. I never thought that I would love it so much, like online card pulls like this. And so this card, this self-confidence through God confidence, is basically the message around it is however you spiritually connect and wherever the spiritual energy feeds your heart and soul and spirit and makes you feel stronger, to invest more in that area, because the more that you do that, the more it's going to give you confidence in every other area of your life and kind of keep you out of your brain. Because when we're trying to do scary big girl stuff or, big life stuff, our brain is going to try to keep us safe, which means to keep us hidden. And so if you're trying to do something that scares you, which we all should be doing something that scares us to step out of our comfort zone, that it might be helpful to spend a little bit more time in spiritual endeavors. So meditation, journaling, prayer, attending a spiritual community like the Unity of Gulfport if you're local, or finding one that fits you, fits your heart and your energy. That would be really helpful to you. And then wellness. So recovery of health and wellness is here. It's saying. So when I touch this card, and I really love this card because I'm in natural medicine. So I'm a chiropractor, I'm an acupuncture practitioner, and I also do functional medicine, which is like cell stuff. I can reverse oftentimes a lot of diagnoses or the symptoms that create them. I love this because it shows the divine energy flowing through the medical staff. But when I touch this card for you, what I heard was that it's related to the heart. So whatever it is that you're struggling with emotionally or that you're holding on to the emotional hurt of, I feel that it will soon pass. So keep that hope if your heart's a little heavy right now. I hope that's helpful. All right. So let's see. All right, Betty. Hi, card, please. I'm looking at this. So I'm on Betty, and then this message I can't. You're starting a shop and writing a book. Yay! I'm glad you're starting a shop and writing a book. That's wonderful. I will get to you next. Please write your name if possible. I like to address people by name. Hi, Betty. Let's see. And did you select? You're welcome, Jean. Did you let me know what deck you would like, Betty? I don't know if you're still here or not, but we have. Let's see. We have the fairy deck. We have the Native American deck. And is it Laura? Is that Laura Quetz? Is that Laura Quetz? Who's Laura? If it's you, put Q. Okay, so Native Spirit. We got the Inner Child deck. Betty, got Ask an Angel. We got the Goddess deck. We have Talking to Heaven. Let's see. So maybe it's a new Laura. Welcome, Laura. Hello. Okay, thank you. Welcome, Laura. And then we have the Healing deck, which is a good deck. So, Betty, would you just like me to pick you one? Are you here? Fairy deck. Okay. I used to use this deck, the fairy deck, when I was going through chiropractic school a lot. And that's what that deck reminds me of. So we're going to do the fairy deck. I like these cards, even though I don't feel particularly close to the idea of fairies. I love the energy of these decks. It's purple. It's very bright. And I like the messages and the simplicity of them. But also, I just always like this deck. There's another deck. These are the little cards. Some angel cards, when you buy them online, they have these mini decks, and I accidentally bought the mini deck, but the larger deck has the book with it. And so if you're buying a deck, I recommend getting the one with the book. 5, 6, 7, 8, and then here 19, 9, 10, 11, 17, 18, 19. Yeah. Jumper. So the theory is when a card jumps, it's like extra important. The theory is that the angels kick it out of the way. So, or make it jump. 10, 11, 12. 16 is the power card. Okay. The power card means it's just the most important message of the deck, and usually the other cards will support that message. And this kind of method I do, it just kind of developed. Everybody does cards a little differently. Hi, Becky from Naples. I'm so glad you're a member of the church. Welcome. Oh, thank you so much. Yay, Random Money. Yay. Oh, yeah. It's our pet. That's one of our most sacred connections. So much love and healing and light to your doggy in your heart, whatever plane the doggy's in. So, okay. Betty, spring. Your desires fully manifest as the flowers begin to bloom. I feel like this is associated with some type of project that you're working on or that you're thinking about working on. The message around it is to definitely do the project and keep working on it. But that I feel the completion is in the spring sometime. It's not now. Wait. I feel it's the spring. We're entering. It's like May. I feel it's more like May, June-ish. Ask for what you want. So I feel this is about relationships, whether it be friendship or other. It's really important that you communicate what you're wanting and needing, and then to see if the other people respond. And if they don't, then maybe they're not your community. And so it might be important for you to seek out some new people. Your desire is within reach. So I feel that whatever it is you're working on or wanting, like I feel like you're close. You're closer than you think. That's what I feel of this card. And this is the power card. And this is the most important communication of the reading tonight. It says connect with nature. I feel that your connection with nature is very spiritual, and that the more that you participate in that connection, I feel that you will feel much more grounded and much more emotionally even. And that you have the exceptional ability, I feel, to really connect to the vibration of the spiritual vibration within the nature. And so that really can help clear our minds. It can make it can balance out our emotions, but most importantly, give us hope when we're down. And I feel that even if you just took a quick walk every day or got by the water by some ducks or whatever, like I feel it gets you out of your head a little bit better and you'll feel better. Hope that's helpful, Betty. Let's see. All right. Good, good. Becky, you are next. Did you have a preference of deck? Becky. Let's see. Yay! Teaching journaling through June. That's wonderful. Journaling has been such a wonderful thing. So, my friend, if you're in Naples, my friend, very close friend, Nikki Busby, just created a shop down there. It's going to be open within, I think, a week. It's called Cosmic Connections. And I think it's in Naples. So you may want to go there. Oh, that's great that you meditate on nature. That's wonderful. I'm trying to get more into meditation lately. My mind is always doing like 18 things at once. But Becky, you may want to check out. It's called Cosmic Connections. And I think it's it's either Fort Myers. Anyway, I feel it's around you. So a dear friend is opening that store. You might want to go because I know that she's really wonderful about creating spiritual community, very metaphysical in nature, and there'll be cool stuff there. And her name is Nikki, and she's a good friend of mine. So if you end up going, let her know that I sent you. Okay, so who's next? Becky, you're next. What would you like? I feel this is the deck, is Ask an Angel. But we have the Goddess deck, we have the Inner Child deck, we have the Crystal deck, the Healing deck, the Talking to Heaven deck, the Ask an Angel deck, and let's see what else, and the Native American deck. I'm glad that you meditate in nature, Betty. That's wonderful. You're welcome. You're very welcome. Becky from Naples, are you here? Becky from Naples, are you here? Would anybody like a card that hasn't had one yet? Angel deck. Okay. The Angel deck. This one, the Ask an Angel, I'm assuming, because I don't have any other. Okay. Was the last reading for Laura? No, it wasn't. Laura, you're next after Becky. Laura, you'll be next after Becky. Hi, Melissa. Thank you for good evening to you too. Welcome to Divine Insights. All right. This is for Becky. Got one. I love the imagery on these. Isn't that pretty? 6, 18. So it's a 3-card pull. First one, Becky. Ooh, that's an interesting card to get. Sexuality. So I feel, everything in our lives, I believe, is connected to spirit and the divine, including our sexuality. And I feel sometimes we cut it off a little bit, or we don't connect the spiritual energy to it. And there's a disconnect in the sexuality component to us. And so this is a reminder from the divine to find a way to connect to that part of yourself in a healthy, balanced way. But most importantly, finding a way to flow the energy of the divine through your sexuality. And that I'm hearing the words integration. So it will help you integrate some of your energies but most importantly, make your heart feel connected somehow to yourself. And so let's see what else. Completion. I feel that you're in a karmic cycle of some kind. And so when it comes to completion, sometimes we carry energies of past lives with us, or we carry like energies of karma. And so when I get the completion card, it can mean a lot. It can mean completion of projects and a lot of other things, but this really means completion of that energetic cycle. So that means you're entering into a brand new energetic cycle. And so that is usually filled with hope and optimism and forward movement, the potential for expression in a new way. And so know that's really good. So if you look at your eyes, they're a little sad. So it's like the closing of one energetic cycle, completion, letting go, and then moving on to the next one. So I feel like you're right at the end of that, and then everything is going to feel a little bit better, Laura, in a little while. Art. What a powerful card. Look at this lady's eyes. These are cool cards. I forgot how cool they look. It's very intense. So I feel like you have the ability of taking your heart energy, whether that be pain or hurt or joy or love or whatever it is, and expressing that divinely into a creative project. And so I really feel that that would be really helpful, is to find something that, Becky, that you would like to express energy into. So for me lately, it's been my writing. I've been, what else have I been doing? I do a lot of creative stuff when I teach for my chiropractic, functional medicine, metaphysical healing stuff. I feel painting, expressing through color, like with a paintbrush, would be helpful for you. But that it will make you, if you look at the card again, it'll make you spiritually feel stronger. That expression of that creativity through you and through your heart. So kind of whatever, when I say creativity, whatever pops into your brain, like, wow, that would be kind of cool to do, go do it. I've been really into my guitar lately, and I'm thinking about learning the piano. I'm looking for a digital piano. And so follow those hunches. So as the show knows too. So anyway, blessings, Becky. I'm so glad you're a member of the church. Come on back soon. And come find me. I'm usually behind the camera somewhere, whether it be my phone taking pictures or the movie thing. So welcome. Let's see. The next person that I said I would do, I think it was Laura. Yeah. Okay, so Laura, you're next. Do you have a deck that you would like me to pull from? If anybody's guided to donate to the Unity of Gulfport, you can do so on PayPal, which is it's unityofgulfport@gmail.com, and then Venmo is at Unity of Gulfport, and then you're always welcome to donate at service on Sunday, which we're only in the rec center one more Sunday, and then we're moving to the casino. So that's exciting. Okay, so Laura, Angels or Shaman deck. Let's see. The Shaman deck do I have? I have the Native American. That's shamanistic. There's a lot of cool tools in this deck. These are all my pictures. I love pictures. Let's see. I've been really getting into the shaman type culture lately. I've always been very drawn to it, but lately it's been very much awakening my, like wanting to read about it and learn about it and practice it. And the deck is Native Spirit Oracle cards, and they're by Denise Linn, Linn. And I really like these cards because they showcase a lot of different tools sometimes that that culture uses. And the shaman I learned today is the connection between the human world and the spiritual world, and the intention of healing. And I really like that. All right, so 4, 6. Okay, you ready, Laura? Okay. Trickster. So if you ever think about those things in our life that that we want to label as bad. When I look back at my life, I've been through some tough stuff, boy. And I've always thought when I was going through it how horrible it was. But when I look back, those were some of the most pivotal times when I grew the most, when I refined myself the most, when I really blossomed. So without that step of whatever that negative thing was, I never would have became what I really wanted to become. And so this is all about watching the trickster of your mind. So they're wanting you to kind of approach things from a Buddhist perspective. Like I know there's lots of stories where there's the Buddha guy that says, well, maybe it's good or maybe it's bad. Like that type of it looks bad, but maybe it's not at all. So some of my worst things I've went through really turned out to be the best things looking back. And so, so that's reminding you to don't always believe everything your mind thinks or tells you. Next thing, the white buffalo is all about spiritual strength and spiritual leadership. So I feel You have a lot of this energy within your heart and in your energy. So the white buffalo is one of those like the strongest symbols in this culture of spiritual strength and like fortitude and like groundedness. And so know that you have, even if you don't feel that way right now, know you have that in you. Yay, Joyce. Welcome. So excited. So Joyce Rollins, Dr. Rollins is here tonight. And the reason why I'm doing these card pulls is because I saw her card pull. Wow, her event on Monday night. So yay, I can't wait to read for you. Joyce, what an honor. Okay, so Grandmother Earth. I love this. And this really is about, think about the loving energy of the earth and the spiritual energy of the universe. It's like the divine feminine, but think about an older grandma that really wants to like teach you and protect you and lead you, but with a little bit of tough love along the way and a little bit of strength along the way. And so I feel that you have the ability to tap into the earth in a way to sense that spiritual strength piece and spiritual love piece from the earth. So anything earth related, it could be really nurturing. I almost feel like your hands in the dirt or your hands on rocks, and that there's a great spiritual strength and a nurturing of your own spiritual strength the more that you connect to the spiritual earth energy. So you might be able to seek new tools of spiritual connection in that realm, whether it be stones or rocks or even gardening, getting into the earth, because I feel that it really has a sacred meaning to your heart and the growth of your spirituality. Eagle medicine. Eagle's all about spiritual leadership. You got two really big spiritual leadership cards. I've never seen a pull that had both of them in it. So eagle medicine is all about soaring and strength and really not caring what anybody thinks. But really, when I think of the eagle, I think of the intricate nature and interaction of the eagle with the wind. So if you think of the wind as the divine and you and the divine up there soaring, looking down, the eagle isn't caring what little pigeons are thinking about him, but he does care about the movement of the divine. So when I get anything around eagle and leadership, I always think about, fine tuning the mind so that you're connecting almost purely with spirit rather than the chatter of your mind or other people, and really soaring with the energy of the divine rather than being motivated or prompted by the energy of other people or what your mind chatters about. But yeah, that's a really good pull to get these two cards. So you are a spiritual leader. Sometimes it takes a little while to figure out where that fits in our lives, but you definitely have that energy. And I think that's so cool that you got both the eagle card and the white buffalo card. Awesome. Okay, so Nikki's here. Hi, Nikki. I was just referring somebody to your store. Yay. So I did Laura. I think next is Melissa. Let's see. Is Melissa still here? Hi, J Maya. All these people. Okay, yay. I don't, let's see. It's 8:03. I don't know why I didn't see them. Maybe I was reading away. So Melissa, Susan. All right, so how did I miss? I'm not sure if it was like a glitch. So we did Betty, we did Laura, we did Becky. I don't think we did Melissa yet. Melissa, are you still on? And what card would you, or what? Wait, who? Hold on a second. Okay. I see this. This is Becky. Oh, yay! And Becky said she does watercolors. Okay, so what is your question? So I see this, but I don't see a name. Hi, J Maya. Hi, Boo. J Maya loves cats as much as I do, which is very exciting to find somebody that loves kitty cats as much as me. So is Melissa still on? Let's see. You pick. Okay. I usually don't pick this deck, but I feel it's for you. So Joyce is a phenomenal medium, and I'm just starting to develop that skill. So I don't totally refer to her for anybody that's interested in medium reading. She gave me a phenomenal medium reading at the Mind, Body, Spirit Expo. So I was super excited to go to her as an intuitive, and she did a great mediumship reading for me. So I love these cards. This is Talking to Heaven. And so, J Maya, yay, you pick, yay. Good. So look at the vibration of these cards. I love these cards. I love clouds. I have a very sacred relationship with clouds. When I was really young, I came from a very, very difficult situation. And oh, you're welcome, Joyce. It's such an honor to have you here, and also to have your reading. It was very helpful to me. Um, and so, Melissa, if you look at these cards and you see the vibration of the light coming from the top of the staircase in the clouds. And so um, I love clouds. I always had a very sacred relationship with clouds. When I was going through my worst experiences as a child, I would go to a field and I would run and I would lay in the grass and look up at the sky. And so the clouds always reminded me of great safety and comfort somehow. And so in the staircase, I have an interesting story. My oldest niece, when she was little, she would always say, Auntie, there's the staircase. And it'd be in the living room and there'd be no staircase. And she'd point to the staircase. Don't you see the staircase, Auntie? And so I always represent the staircase with our people, our past people, coming to visit us. And yes, they do. They always tell stories and remind us of important things. And I just always feel so sacred, a sacred connection. Okay, so 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 19, 20, 22, 23. All right. Oh, these are great reminders. So when I touch this card, Melissa, it says we are soulmates. And I feel that it tells somebody that is in your life right now. And our soulmates do not have to be romantic or sexual partners. I feel this relates to somebody that maybe you have some difficulty with. And that the reminder is that sometimes we choose our soulmates, our traveling partners in a lifetime, to make us grow and change and shift and evolve and step into self-actualization. And they're wanting to remind you that the person that most pushes your buttons, or that you tango with emotionally, that just ruffles you, to try to see it from a different spiritual perspective. Because I feel sometimes you get lost in the tango of it, rather than like sometimes when I'm really triggered, emotionally triggered, or when I am when I'm just into my ego stuff and not into my spiritual kind of realm inside of thinking, that I can get stuck in it and it'll aggravate me and irritate me and whatever. But they're wanting just to remember, like try to see it from a spiritual perspective of it maybe being a soulmate to help you grow and learn lessons. So I feel that this is related to somebody that passed. So the person that has passed that was most dear to your heart, know that they're very happy where they are, and that they come visit you often, and they observe you and is very proud of you. And I'm not seeing who that is. I know Joyce would be able to see who that is, but I'm still working on that. But they want you to know that they're perfectly fine. They have no more earthly worries. Like they are happy where they are. So know that, and that they watch over you every single day. They're there. So if you feel them there, think that you feel them there, they definitely are there. And they're wanting you also to remind you that there is no such thing as death. We just leave these bodies. We still exist. We're all energy. It's just a shift. And so, and I feel there's great love in this entity's heart for you. Like when I tap in, I feel it's a male that loved you very much, and that there's great love. I can feel the pressing on my heart, Melissa. So you have a very close male angel that loved you very much in this lifetime, that visits you often. I hope that's helpful. Oh, it's your father. That makes sense. I'm still learning of defining, especially in this kind of format. And so let's see. So yes. So yay, that's it. Makes total sense, because it's like the energy of the entity, like it was so filled with love in their hearts for you. And that would make sense if it's your dad, because he made you, right? He helped you get here. So just so much love, and that he comes to see you like every day. So I'm hearing he's saying, like, look for the signs. Look for the little signs that I'm sending to affirm that I'm right next to you. And that I feel he can hear you when you're talking out loud to him. So, or even in your brain. and that you can even write him letters in your journal. And you may even have the ability, I feel that you have an intuitive ability, that you could potentially develop the intuitive writing ability, and that you can communicate with him. So how do you do that? You write a question to him, and then you close your eyes and clear your mind, and then you can connect and then write the answer out. And so, yes, so I would practice that, because he's such loving. He's around you. So know that I believe you have that ability, but it's just a matter of clearing your doubt in your mind. And so know he's very close. How wonderful that is. Yay, Melissa. Well, welcome, welcome. I don't know if you're local or not, but feel free to join us at the Unity of Gulfport. It is a lovely place with lovely people. And so, yay. Oh, I'm so glad. Okay, so you have that connection. That's wonderful. Refine it, because I feel that you're meant to be doing this type of intuitive work. I don't know if you're local. The Mind, Body, Spirit Expo, created by Reverend Kimberly Harrell, is April 23rd in Gulfport, Florida. It's a phenomenal event. There's all these readers and metaphysical vendors and speakers. I'm one of the speakers. I'll have a table for both. I'll be doing intuitive readings, and I'll have a natural healing table with the chiropractic, acupuncture, functional medicine stuff. Okay, let's see who's next. Yay. Please come. I don't know if you're local, but please come. Let's see. Nikki, are you still here? Joyce, are you still here? Let's see. Who's next? I think, is this person still on? You said you had, or J Maya. Who's still on? Who would like a card? Is, let's see. Yes, Nikki. All right. Which, Nikki is creating an awesome metaphysical store. Is it in Fort Myers? What's the city, Nikki? What's the city of the store? Can I see you? Oh, you're on St. Pete Beach. Okay, well, come to Unity of Gulfport when you can, Melissa. We'd love to have you. Yes, Joyce. All right, you'll be next. So Nikki, then Joyce, and if I missed anybody, please let me know. Oh, I'm so glad, Melissa. Well, welcome. Come find me if you come to the Unity of Gulfport. I'm behind the camera usually. So just come say hello. Come find me. I'm usually all over that place. And St. Pete Beach is wonderful. Get by the beach. Absorb the energy of the ocean. I love the beach. All right, Nikki. So Nikki's shop is in Fort Myers. She's very, very close to opening. It's going to be so cool. I'm so proud of her that she's doing it. She's awesome at building spiritual community. And so I'm excited to see what evolves from that environment. Yes, get by the ocean, Melissa. All right, Nikki. Which deck? Do you have a preference? We have the crystal deck. We have the physical or healing deck in general. We have the goddess deck. We have the Native American deck. We have the Talking to Heavens deck. We have the Inner Child deck. We have the Ask an Angel deck. And we have the Fairy deck and the Journey of Love deck. Do you have a preference, Nikki? Nikki, Nicole Busby, what card would you like? From what deck? Let's see. I think it's the goddess deck. All right. So it's the goddess deck, I feel. This is my most beat up deck because it's my favorite. I usually pull from this. I go through like phases. Usually I probably use this deck the most. It's one of my favorite. There's a lot of female spiritual power in this deck. Even the box has been, I don't know, I stepped on it or something, but this is a well-loved and used deck for many reasons. And so the cards are fine, but I did a number on the box. All right, so this is what the cards look like. I like the moon. That's the moon on her, Nikki, on your logo for your store, her Cosmic Connections Metaphysical Store. I'm excited to see what she does with that space. I think it's a wonderful idea. And I think that you'll be very happy there, and you're going to meet all kinds of cool people, and all kinds of cool people are going to be drawn to you, and that you're going to create a wonderful spiritual little family there. And you're going to teach all kinds of cool stuff, including your Reiki class. If anybody is interested in Reiki, Nikki is putting on a Reiki class this weekend, but she'll be doing more classes in her store very soon. So I'm very excited for her. She's a wonderful teacher. Okay, so I see a 1, I see a 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 10, 11, and a 16. 16 is the power card. Okay, you got 5 cards instead of 4. All right, here we go, Nikki. Ha! You do this well. You always laugh. So humor is all about finding the humor and all of the foibles of life and all of the things that maybe we wish were not there. Always trying to kind of look at it and just laugh because it's life. Why not laugh, right? And so I like the energy. I want to say there are feathers coming off of her in like a headdress, but it's coming off from her laughter. And so to really, when you are laughing, to really be extra aware and to really step the crack of my voice around this. So when my guides crack my voice, it's double confirmation that when you are laughing, really tap in cognitively to the vibration of the laughing, the joy of it, and when you're not in that space, to kind of remember that and have it kind of slightly increase your vibration to shift you more into a happier place when maybe you're not in moments. The sun, when I touched this card, I heard the words, the light. So I'm asking you for more clarity on that. When I tap in, I see the image of the divine light flowing through your chakras almost. And so I'm asking for more clarity. So I'm feeling some worry in your brain and some thoughts that are not of the light, they're saying. That's how they're saying it. Thoughts that are not of the light. And so they're saying to just be extra aware of your thinking because you do have the exceptional ability to connect to the light and to express the light through you, about you, around your heart, beaming your heart, all those things. But you also have a very, very powerful mind. And that when you're not aware of your mind going into negative places, that it can greatly impact the light that you are so capable of shining. And so be extra aware of what your mind does when it's kind of running on its own rather than you being intentional, because I know you have a very strong mind. Let's see what else. Yeah, it's so funny that this is a little symbol on your little logo. Generosity. So this is about generosity of the heart when you're around people. And I know I used to be a big part of Wings Bookstore and part of that infrastructure. And so sometimes it can be a little tiring because you get tired and overwhelmed with the details. And yes, you are a Reiki teacher. And I think that I always felt that you teaching spiritual things would be so not only so good for you, that you would be such a gift to other people because you are a natural teacher and you naturally shine your heart light when you're around teaching or other people. And so that role of teaching these spiritual things is very much in your alignment as to I feel why you're here. And so there, the one of the first pictures that we took together, the raccoon picture of me, but you always were shining so much with your spiritual light. And so I feel that you really are going to bring that to that space. And so this is about generosity of the heart because it can get a little tiring sometimes talking to all those people. I'm a little bit more of an introvert than you are, but that's about when you get kind of crabby or tired, just know that the people that come to your store are really going to need your heart, and that the more generous you are with your heart. They're showing me like a cycle of prosperity. The image in my mind on my little movie screen is a cycle of prosperity. So you're giving generously to the universe with no expectation from your heart and your light. And then it comes back around in a circle prosperity wise, not just money, but I feel support. They're saying support. So that so when you get a little grumpy, when you get a little tired, which is inevitable because you're going to be doing a lot of things at this store and in this community, they're saying focus on the spiritual service and the heart connection first, which you often do anyway. But I feel that that there will be moments when you'll be like a little bit crabby, and just be extra aware that that's why you're there and that's part of your spiritual service. It's exactly why you came here for. Exactly. I think you're going to be phenomenally successful, but most importantly, happy. This is the devotion card. And it's not normally when I pull this card, I like the lady's eyes though. Wow, she's like real intense and stuff. But the devotion card for you here is your devotion to kids. And so it's really important that you have kids around you, whether that be, I know you're doing a lot of tutoring right now. And I know that you and Rena love to hang out together. Spend great time with you. I'm so glad that the energy of kids recharge your heart and flow high vibration spirit energy through your heart. But I feel it's like in-person interaction. So I don't know if you can create some kid stuff maybe at the store to gather little ones around you. But I feel like the more that you have little ones around your heart, it almost makes you, from a vibrational standpoint, beam. Like they're showing me the image of your heart beaming. And so just food for thought. I think that you'd be great with kids, maybe teaching them spirit stuff or art stuff in the store. So this is your power card. And so the power card is the most important reading of the deck. And so it's all about, and this card is about rebirth. And I feel that's what you're doing. I feel like you're writing something. I don't know. I think it's after I don't feel it's associated with your degree. I feel ultimately it'll be some type of book of some kind. I'm not seeing what, but look at the energy of the woman in the card. It's about spiritual strength. And so this community is not just about you gathering people, but it's also going to be about expressing your high vibration frequency, divine frequency, in a way that's going to empower others. And so you're rebirthing yourself into a spiritual leader as you're refining your education and refining a lot of things. And that this expression, because I've always said that since the beginning of when I started to know you, that this is part of you. This is part of your walk here as a spiritual leadership part. So that's awesome that you're stepping up to, not assume that responsibility. I don't like that word responsibility in this venue, but that you're claiming it. You're claiming this part of you, as you should, because you're going to be phenomenal. I know that. Energetically, I feel that. I know intellectually, heart-wise, but most importantly, intuitively in my gut. You're going to be phenomenal. And so, yay, I'm glad you're getting more foster kids. You are such a gift to them. You're helping them. You're giving them hope, and you are such a shining light to them. And so that's wonderful. Yes, young adult. Yeah, you'd be great at any writing. And so, yes, let's see. So Rollins, are you still here, Rollins? I'm going to pull for you, even if you're not here. Is there a deck that you would like, Rollins? Joyce? Is there a deck that you would like? I have all different kinds. I have fairies. I have Ask an Angel. I have Inner Child deck, Native Spirit. Yes. Okay. So we have the Crystal deck. We have the Goddess deck, which is always one of my favorites. We have Talking to Heaven. Goddess. All right. That's my favorite one. All right. So Joyce Rollins. Oh, we have a jumper. I love it. So Joyce runs a phenomenal education program in Fort Myers. I don't remember the name of the college, but it's I know it's one of the best in the state, or if the best in the state, for creating awesome teachers. And Joyce Rollins has one of the biggest hearts I know, and she is extremely spiritually gifted, especially in mediumship. And she will be at the Mind, Body, Spirit Expo. So for those of you that are interested in a medium reading, she's phenomenal. And the reason why I'm doing these cards, actually, watching her gave me the courage that I could do it. So welcome, Joyce. It's an honor to have you here. $32 is a power card. Okay, you got 5 cards. You and Nikki tonight got 5. All right. FSU is the program that she has phenomenally, just such a fabulous job creating all these amazing teachers that now go off and do amazing things. And so kudos to all of your service to the kids and your big heart. Okay. So the jumper card was all about wise leadership. And so when I touched the card, wise leadership, when you think about leadership, we think about, if you say the word leadership, most of the time I think about like strong empowerment of making wise decisions and like expressing the strength of the mind or of leading people forward. But when I touched this card for you, what it showcased, leadership is sometimes about discernment and observation. And so I feel like part of your leadership in your career space is partly about observing the personalities around you and knowing what not to say. That makes sense. Like the people there or something around that is just they're saying not spiritually energized. And so part of it is you observing and being extra aware of your energetic field around these people, and that your ideas are sound and good, and that it will be the careful delivery of some of your ideas that will give them more power than think about the force of leadership. They're saying no, that not in this case. So whatever you're creating or whatever you're wanting to create or navigating, that it really is more the finesse parts and the more what they label like the feminine parts of yielding in a way where you're observing and then carefully delivering words. They're saying of power, but really deliberate words, that you're good at doing that. So devotion, you got the devotion card too, but this relates to your partnership with your last partner, Mary, and that they're showing when I touch the card and they bring that up, they're showing this great devotion in your heart to Mary, and there's a purity of that devotion, and there's it's like a big valley of love. It's like it's so big. But the message when I touch the card for you is about not allowing the bigness of that devotion to prevent you from moving forward and embracing a new loved one in that space. Like that you're always going to carry Mary in you, around you, in your consciousness and your subconscious. She's a part of your cells. That being said, I know for me, when I love so big. So it takes me quite a long time to recalibrate after loving somebody so deep. And so what they're reminding you is that almost like don't get lost in that devotion where you miss what's left of this life for the vibration and the frequency of love and intimacy, physical intimacy, and metaphysical connection on all the chakra levels. Because I feel this next intimate partner or intimate friend or I don't feel it's a full maybe partnership, but I feel it's an intimate connection of some kind that involves some physicality. And they're saying that that it's time for you to consider to bring somebody in, and that it will be a very much spiritually based. And so you'll experience a connection, not just on the physical plane, but on the energetic, spiritual, and metaphysical plane almost first. And then the physical will just kind of be the icing. It won't be that big a deal, but it will be almost like they're showing, it's weird. Sometimes they'll show me images that I never, yay. I'm so glad to hear that. They're showing me the binder of like a cookie or the binder of baking. I don't know why they're showing a baking image because I don't bake. So maybe, I know maybe you like to bake. So like the binder that binds the ingredients together. And then that will be the physical intimacy part. But like, it won't be like the essence of like the flour and the ingredients. So it's almost like the flour and ingredients and the chocolate chips and the nuts are like the hardiness of it. And then the physical intimacy piece will just be the binder. So it's more of a comprehensive type thing rather than it be like solely focused on that piece, but that piece will make everything else flow and connect better together. That's the message around that. And that the time card is all about, when I touch this card for you, sometimes when we're healing, it takes time. There's no rushing it. There's like, because I have a very intricate and multi-layered heart. And so I'm very sensitive. And when I hurt, there's many different, especially if it's deeply, it takes me quite some time to sort out the pieces and to feel them and release them and to process them. And they're saying that this time period for you is about kind of opening up, kind of like you're showing me opening up your heart and looking at all of the different pieces to, I feel there's hurt there. And so I know you do, you always inspire me with your dedication to self-improvement and healing and all the things you do now. But I almost feel it's almost a deeper, it's almost like a deeper, diving, a deeper intimacy with your own emotional wounds, with the intention of understanding them and becoming intimate with them. And the word intimate meaning like very, very aware of how they feel and how to navigate them. Like sometimes I know for me, like if I'm very emotionally hurt or wounded or it's too deep, then I withdraw for quite some time. And they're just reminding me that you really have a lot of new tools, spiritual, emotional, intellectual tools, that you're now at a different place to go deeper into those darker areas, maybe, or those more painful areas, and to pull it out into the light. And so that's what that time this card's about. So when I touch this card, this is the beauty card for you, Joyce. And when I touched this card, I heard them say her heart. And so you have such a huge, beautiful heart. That's why those kids love you. All your teachers that you've developed adore you. I adore you. Nikki adores you. Everyone adores you. Doggy adores you. Like doggies. So like all these people adore you. And it's because of the vibration of the purity of your heart and that you love people and they feel that. And they're wanting you to remember that if you're ever feeling insecure or if you're ever, I know for me, when it comes to the idea of loving or getting close to somebody again, that's really scary for me because I don't do that often. And so it takes me some time to even contemplate considering that. And so they're saying that if you ever get nervous about it, or if you ever get any self not affirming thoughts or anything, remember how big and beautiful your heart is and how much value that carries, because you do really have this high vibration, beautiful heart that you have. So don't forget the power of that, and that whoever receives the vibration of that heart, it's such a gift. And to remember that wholeheartedly. And so this card is the power card. So this is extra emphasis. Hi, Jessica. I see you. Thank you. I think you're a couple down, but I'll definitely get to you. This is the power card. So it's saying the in-between. So I feel like you're in this space of really defining what the next phase of your life is about. And so when we're in those phases of the in-between, it can just feel a little vibrationally, it's not quite where you want to be. It's not necessarily bad. It's just kind of there sometimes. And you're still like, oh, maybe I'd really like to do A, B, and C, or maybe I'd like to da, da, da. And they're just saying, be patient with the process. They're wanting you to write more and to journal more, intuitive journaling, connecting to your guides and expressing it, writing them questions, expressing it. But I know you have the gift like I do where you can just hear, but they're wanting you to do some more intuitive writing. It's coming. All of what you're wanting is really coming to you. It's just a matter of waiting a little bit. And I'm not a good waiter. I'm not patient at all. Nikki's much more patient than I am. And I am so, but they're just reminding me, just be patient. It's all coming to you. Just work on increasing your vibrational frequency and, to match whatever it is that you're wanting. And also that person, that close, intimate person is also coming. I feel that they're, maybe 6 to 8 months away. It's coming within the next year, I feel them. But they're saying, if your heart is open and ready. So in preparation for that potential encounter or that just embracing a new entity or energy and close to you, I would, when you're ready, when it's time, almost to meet them in energetic space first and figure out what they feel like energetically, because I feel that the way they look is going to be different than what you expect. So if you meet them in an energetic space first before you meet them in human form, you'll recognize what they feel like, and then you'll be more likely to not dismiss them because they don't look like the way that you think they should look. I feel it's a very strong connection, a very beneficial, supporting one, and it'll help you grow in all different ways. But most importantly, it will support your spiritual work and your intuitive work. And I think that would be such a gift. So I hope that's Helpful, Joyce. And yes, I'm taking YouTube questions. So I have a few people before you. But anyway, wonderful to have you here, Joyce. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. So who is still on? Who's still on? I know I can only see some people from Facebook on, so I don't see. So we got Melissa and Joyce and Nikki let's see. Jessica, are you still on? If you are, please comment at the bottom. Jessica, if you're still here, please let me know. I will address Be Blessed first. Be Blessed, are you still here? Yes, absolutely. You can request that. So Be Blessed. Is there a card deck you would like? So I have the fairy deck, the goddess deck, the Ask an Angel deck. We have an inner child deck. Be Blessed. Would you like? Was there one that you would like? There's a native spirit deck, a crystal deck. So Be Blessed. Are you still here, dear? We have the healing cards and the talking to heaven cards. So Be Blessed. Are you still here? Anybody else? Is anybody here that would like a card? Oh, okay, great. Be Blessed. All right. Is there a deck you would like? I have all different ones. I feel it's from here. Let's see. Talking to heaven. Okay. What is your name? Are you local? Are you local in Florida or are you somewhere else? Be Blessed. And do you have a name? I like to address people by name. If anybody feels guided to donate, Unity of Gulfport, it can be found on PayPal, Unity of Gulfport at Gmail, or Venmo at Unity of Gulfport. Donations are not required, but always appreciated. So I see a one. It's a jumper. That's always a good thing. Okay. I usually don't pull these cards. I don't know why. So the first one says, I was met by so many loving people. Let's see. I feel it relates to a mother figure of some kind. One second. Oh, hi, Lauren. How'd you find me? Well, welcome. That's so cool. I was met by so many loving people. So I feel it's a female figure in your life. I'm not sure if it's a mother or maternal figure. But know that when they passed that bridge, they were met by so many people that loved them. Like their crack on my voice is double confirmation. And that they really were. They were met. Hi, Jessica. All right, so I'll get you next. Oh, search on YouTube. Well, thank you so much. I'm glad you're here. And that person is with other loved ones. So I'm not sure who that person is, but they're wanting to know that they are fine. They're happy with family. They have family around them. And that they visit you often. I'm standing right next to you. So if you feel that person that you're thinking of or potentially thinking of, they're near you a lot. And so let's see. They're surrounded by animals and people. They're like really happy. So they're wanting to like, don't worry about me. I'm in a way better place. I'm not sure who it is. They're not that's interesting. It says, as a soul, I can be in several places at once. And so I feel that you're really surrounded by several guides, but most importantly, whoever that's passed. And to be aware of that when you get scared. Like talk out loud, request help from your angels. But that you are really surrounded. But they're saying you don't ask for help enough. Because angels can't help us unless we are... we set the intention for their help sometimes. They can't intervene. So it might be helpful for you to ask for help more. I hope that's helpful. Be blessed. or Lauren. And I do this every 7:30 p.m. every Thursday. So feel free to join us again. All right, Jessica, what deck would you like? We have fairies and goddess and ask an angel and talking to heaven and crystal angels and native spirit and the goddess deck, the inner child deck, and the healing deck, and the journey of love deck. Jessica, what would you like? Any preference, Jessica? Okay, so if I think you're still on. I'm hoping you're still on. I'm gonna pull one from Ask an Angel if I don't hear from you. All right, so 17 and 18. Okay, sure, I can do that. We have native spirit. We have crystal angels. We have talking to heaven. Yes, I can't. It depends on what the question is. Yes, you can ask a question. Archangel Raphael. Sure, Jessica, ask away. I can't always answer it depending on what it is if in this format, but you can certainly ask and I'll do my best. We have the goddess deck and the fairy deck, and then ask an angel deck. So I have a couple cards from the Ask an Angel deck that I already pulled for you. And if you want another deck, I'll pull one from there. So I feel you have these gifts and there's a message that's waiting to come to you and through you. So if you have these, I feel like if you journal more, that you'll develop the crack of my voice. So they are saying that you have this gift, and that the more that you develop it through intuitive journaling or journaling, that you'll be happier because you'll be able to hear your intuition and you'll make better choices. Because I know for me, I use my intuition in everything I do. And it leads me to my better decisions. I feel this relates to your relationships in general, not at work, but your closer people. I feel it maybe it's an intimate partnership or somebody really close to you. The more you're able to articulate in a non-confrontational way, or in a way where you're more detached from the message, but something about the delivery of how you're delivering your needs is not effective. So they're wanting you to take the emotional charge out of things and to maybe find a more gentle way of, or they're saying a more focused, gentle, concise, detached way. Like I feel like your emotions are too attached to how you're delivering your needs. So you trigger sometimes. And so they're just saying, find a way to communicate and separate your emotions, almost like stepping back into observation. I love this beautiful card of this woman in the tree. It says the earth. I feel the more you're able to connect to the elements of nature. So I do a lot of walking by the water, by trees, even you laying on the beach or just laying outside in the sun, where you're absorbing the elements vibrationally. I think that would help your heart a lot. And so I hear a no. When you asked that question, I just read the first 3 words. Should I go? When you said go back, I heard a no. So, and then I finished reading. So you should move to a new place. I feel the new place has a different vibration for you. I feel that it is more healing and conducive and safer. Like something, it feels more grounded and balanced and calm. So I would not go back to the original residence. You may love that place, but I just oh yeah, okay. So you moved back. You're great. Okay. So yeah, I feel that the new place is much more conducive to healing and grounding your heart, but also to it's showing me that your mind is clearer there. And so I feel that you staying there would be very good. I feel that there's some creative things that can come through you there that is going to be blocked at the old place. And so let's see. Okay, exactly. Like something about it felt heavy here. So I'm glad. Yeah, that's the I feel. Yeah, do not go back there. It just isn't your. It's not an energetic match. It's not good for you. Yeah, that happens. So I'm glad. Well, maybe yeah. I just is there a way to create some boundaries around it? I don't know. Sometimes it's about for me. Sometimes it's about me gently delivering my boundaries in a way that's safe for all parties because we can't feel safe unless we have some boundaries. But there are some situations that are difficult. So I hear keep asking, keep journaling, keep asking in prayer, set the intention, visualize it being successful. Because you'd be amazed at how much energy you can move. I've done so. I've had some tough things go on in my life, and you'd be amazed at how much prayer can do sometimes. And so I don't know if you're local, but the Unity of Gulfport is a wonderful community. I'm the head prayer chaplain there, and so you're welcome. Yeah, it's a great place. And so I just hear no. I just hear no. Yeah, that's hard, man. That's you're gonna have to. You're creating boundaries is so hard, and determine if it's too much, then you got to find somewhere else. So well, I don't. I know I'm not really seeing more than that, but yeah. Write about it, connect more, clear, and connect. You have the ability to hear the answer. That's what I'm hearing. So boundaries, great. Figure out where the boundaries lie. All right. Figure it out. You can. Just get clarity on it. I'm hearing. Go into silence, prayer, clarity, journaling. Okay, so did anybody not receive a reading? I'm at my 1 hour and 16 minutes. This is the longest I think I've been on. Anybody not get a reading? I think I'm going to select a card for our intention for the week, and then I'm going to go cuddle my old cat because she's lonely. I think I am going to pick from Ask an Angel. I haven't pulled this deck out in a while. Okay, Mar. All right, Mar. What reading? You'll be the last reading, and then I got to go pull a deck and go cuddle my old cat. Okay, so we have Fairy deck, Goddess deck, Inner Child deck, Talking to Heaven deck, Crystal Angel deck, Mar, and Native Spirit. Do you have a preference of deck? Healing deck, and Ask an Angel deck, and Journey of Love deck. Hi, gorgeous, whoever that is. Jessica, hello, welcome. Thank you. Okay, Mar, do you have a preference? Thank you for the heart, Facebook user. I don't know who you are, but thank you. Do you have a name? Thank you, thank you. Yes, I will do one more. Okay, so Mar, then Jessica, and then I'm pulling an intention card. So Mar, all right, I'm just going to start picking people. Though I'm getting tired. So no preference. Okay, I was really drawn to this deck, the Ask an Angel deck, tonight, and so okay. 6. If anybody feels guided to donate, it's on PayPal, Unity of Gulfport at Gmail. And then at Venmo, it's at Unity of Gulfport. All donations go to Unity of Gulfport to support the community. It's a new community, and they're doing fabulous work. All right, Mar, here's your reading. Completion. I feel this is about a growing phase. I feel you're just coming out of a lot of growing, a lot of churning, a lot of thinking, a lot of healing, a lot of and I feel like you're coming to the completion of that and you're going to step up into more power. And so that's a completion. That's what it means about completion. And you see her eyes are a little sad and dull. I feel like the next phase, you're going to be more vibrant and ready. I feel like more empowered. Next one, clarity. And so when I touch this card for you, Mar, is that you're not spending enough time getting clear. So each of us do that in different ways. But they're saying, even if it's that taking deep breaths during the day or getting by the water, some nature scenery that you really like, but clearing your mind so that the spiritual information can step in and guide you. I feel that you're not connecting. Even it can be just walking outside at night or something simple. But I feel that you're not creating enough space for the divine to step in and guide you enough. And here's another confirmation of the stillness. But if you look at the image, it's a very much a womb-like image. And so I sometimes, for me, it took me a long time to feel safe in the stillness. And they're just wanting you to take some time to um, dive into your heart and to feel what's there in the stillness. And that can be scary if we haven't taken the time to heal or we have some big stuff going on. Yay. Okay. Well, you know what? Weight sometimes is just energy. So weight deals a lot. I mean, there's all different factors with weight. And you can approach from a metaphysical perspective or emotional or cellular. I love cells. I don't even watch TV. I just study about cells all the time. So there's insulin resistance going on usually and adrenal stuff and all kinds of hormonal. There are a lot of pieces to weight stuff. And I mean, I have a little bit of weight to lose, and I'm working on all these principles too, So I guess they're just saying, like, don't beat yourself up about it and take some type of action, even if that's maybe a little bit more water or because I know for me, like I always have a lot of shame with weight, which it's ridiculous because all bodies are beautiful. But like all you got to do is connect more to the divine and the divine will show you the next right step. And so I feel that the stillness is really about that. And there's all kinds of 12-step recovery meetings that are so helpful. I'm a big believer in recovery. I do all kinds of recovery stuff. And for the last 18, I think I'm on my 19th year now. And OA has been really helpful for me to just be aware of my emotional rhythms. And they have all kinds of Zoom meetings and phone meetings, and it's all free. And you can get mentors and sponsors, and it's just fabulous. I'm on my day 36, I think, of no sugar and no gluten. And that's something I didn't think I'd easily do. And somehow it's now 35 days of no sugar, no gluten. So no, it's when we just become really aware of our emotional rhythms that we can make better choices forward. And so the stillness is all about settling more into your heart and just feeling and figuring out what to do with the feeling. And wonder if I ever meet a man to share life with. I feel you're not going to meet the right man until you like yourself more. That's the honest answer. And I'm working on that too, in terms of just doing a lot of self-healing work and really prioritizing this year to really heal and to decipher my own heart. So you might want to consider just investing. And 12-step recovery meetings are free, or there's all kinds of self-help books. But the 12-step recovery was life-changing for me. And I don't know if you're local, but Unity of Gulfport is a wonderful place of metaphysics and spirituality and spiritual empowerment. And that's okay. You know what? We all have been, that's just an imbalance, right? And imbalances can be aligned. And so there's all kinds of things that you can do. Eric Berg, DC on YouTube, is a phenomenal educator, natural healing educator. And I'm on YouTube too, Dr. Debbie Roche. So I have a lot of, I have maybe like 12 videos. I'm going to be working on that more. But there's a lot of stuff that you can do to help your cells work better. But it often is emotional. And so the 12-step recovery meetings are very good. Yay. You're welcome, Mara. I hope that's helpful. Let's see. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You don't need another person to connect to your sexuality. That's so true. Thank you. Thank you, Jessica. It really is about self-love. And I'm really working a lot on that personally, in terms of like, where are the areas that I don't love myself enough? And how can I work on loving myself more? Because from a metaphysical perspective, it's all about vibration, right? So when we have those areas of lack of self-love, that will pull down other vibrational areas. So we kind of can get us stuck. And so, absolutely. So yes, Jessica, thank you for highlighting that. So Jessica, what deck would you like? So I feel it's a goddess deck for you. I'm sure. But yes, we don't need another person to connect to our sexuality, especially if we're learning how to connect more spirit to our sexuality. I'm going to be doing a sexuality and spirituality class series coming up probably in the next couple months. I'm excited about that. If anybody's interested, then drop your email and I'll make sure you get on the mailing list for that. All right, Jessica. We got a jumper. Oh, I like this as a jumper card. Okay. Sure, you can ask a question. I'm just getting tired. I've been on for like almost an hour and a half. Sure, you can ask a question. you local, Jessica? How'd you find me? Okay. All right, Jessica. Rebirth. Rebirth is all about redefining, stepping, discovering our strength, connecting to our spiritual strength, and redefining what it is we really want to invest our energies into. And so, I just had a friend that texted me that was just on Jay, Maya, and she says, I was there giving you heart energy. That was so cute. He's the music minister at Unity of Gulfport. He's wonderful. So they're wanting you to just get clear on what you want to create in your life, because you have a lot of spiritual strength, and I feel you're in this momentum of upward and outward. But I'm kind of in that same kind of mode right now. But really, it's about clarity. What do you want to manifest? What do you want to create? And how much oomph do you want to invest in it? Like it's about clarity of intention, and they're wanting you to just get clear. What do you really want in your life? And then invest your energy, focus, intention, prayer, consciousness into that. And so the next one I pulled for you was time. And just to remember, like, time is a gift. And we all choose what to do with our time. I've been very conscientious of time lately, and I've been doing really some good stuff with my time. So I'm kind of proud of myself. But just to be really, oh, that's cool that you pulled the same card. How cool is that? Oh, you have this deck. That's wonderful. I love this deck. It's my most used deck. The box is all beat up. But that this time factor, they're just wanting you to be aware. I feel you have a lot of gifts. I feel you have a lot of spiritual power. And I feel that your mind is very strong. And so what that means is that when you have a strong mind, it can be a gift and it can be challenging, because it can throw us off energetically. And so they're just wanting you to be extra aware of what you want to manifest, and to practice that a little bit more with clarity, or to create space for the clarity to come. Because I feel you're a little busy brained at the moment. The future, I feel the future is bright for you. I feel some good stuff's coming your way, and they're wanting you to not worry about it, to just have trust it's on your way to you. Because I feel like you're an overthinker, a little bit like I am, and just be extra aware of your mind. Because I feel it can block some potentially, if you let it, some of the, it can lower your vibration, which will mess with your manifestation ability. But that good stuff's coming to you. And I really love this card, your power card. It's about transformation. But what they're saying about your transformation in particular is that you have a very, because of your gifts and your strengths and your mind power, you have almost like the opportunity to create yourself in almost any way you'd like. You just have to get clear on what you really want, because you have all the gifts to do it, and the strength and the tools and the connections to different ways of even getting more tools. Just get clear, seep into your heart, ask the divine, what is in my highest and best good? What would make me most happy doing and joyful? And then go do it. Find a way to manifest it, because you have the ability. All right. I'm so glad you have those cards. I hope that was helpful. If anybody feels guided to donate, once again, all donations go to Unity of Gulfport, and PayPal, it's Unity of Gulfport. Venmo, or Unity of Gulfport at Gmail. And then Venmo is at Unity of Gulfport, or you can find me at church. I'm going to pull a card for all of us for the week. So let's see. I feel like Jessica, I feel like Sarah has her own issues that have nothing to do with you. Nothing at all. So the more that you worry about why she doesn't like you, the more you're just going to drive yourself crazy, because it has nothing to do with you. That's what I'm hearing. So let it lie. Just surrender it. And that's hard sometimes, because I want people to like me if I like them or whatever, I'm around them. And that's hard for me, because there's plenty of people that doesn't like me either. So, so be it. But at least I'm happy expressing who I am in the world, right? So sometimes you just got to let it go. Let people have their issues. One of my favorite statements I say often is, God bless everybody and their stuff. Because I certainly got stuff. Everybody has stuff, whether they want to admit it or not. This is just part of her stuff. Let it go. It's not yours. It's not yours to connect to. So 3, 4, 6, 7. all the people that ever really didn't like me had a whole bunch of stuff. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sure there's parts of me that are not likable. But whenever I look back now, like years later, decades later, I'd move on. If it was me, I'd move on. Vibrationally, I just don't feel it's a match. It lowers your vibration. It's not a good, it just makes you sad and kind of miserable. Okay. So for our intention for the week, there are 2 cards. Oh, I love this. Okay. First card for the week. Okay. It would be okay. It's okay for the month, but would another place be better? Yeah, probably. But if you're there for a month, it'll be okay. Just take care of your vibration metaphysically, like do extra spiritual stuff and get yourself out of the house more. Okay. I don't know if you're local. I'm at the Mind Body Spirit Expo doing readings. I also am available for phone readings too. If anybody, I charge for those, or Zoom meetings, or I'm sorry, Facebook. But anyway, I'm not Facebook, FaceTime readings. Okay. So we got 2 cards for our intention for the week. First one is about completion. And this is about all the tasks that we leave half done. My brain works like 18 ways at once. And so I'm terrible at this. I'll start something and I'll get distracted and start something else. So they're reminding us that it helps for us to complete our tasks because it leaves more space for spiritual connection. So I'm going to be extra careful. I'm dedicated to completing at least 10 things this week. I'm going to really focus on action this week, but completion of those little scraggly things that we leave half done and then it jarbles, I don't even know a word, jarbles, whatever, garbles up our mind so that we have a lack of spiritual connection. So I'm setting that intention to complete my tasks. And so for those of you out there, I challenge you with the same goal: complete some of the tasks you've been putting off. To clear your mind to be able to connect more. And then let's see. The next card, I love this. Divine mystery. Look at the dove and the connection to the water and the sky and the sun. I love this card because it represents potential to me. And so what that means is that, to me, divine mystery, my brain likes to control everything. And when I can't control everything, my brain will just zoom about it, which never serves me. It only makes me more frustrated and sad or irritated or lack of faith or whatever. And in the end, the divine always knew what they were doing anyway. So me worrying about it and trying to control it in my brain never helped. And so that divine mystery card is all about trusting in the divine timing of things and in what has currently happened in our lives, and to know that all is well. There's, a great card by Karen Drucker. A great song by Karen Drucker. And it's on YouTube. I've been listening to her a lot lately because I've been playing more music, and I'm trying to find some good songs to play, especially at church for the Unity of Gulfport. And there's a song that she has. It's only 4 lines, but it's so powerful. And one of the lines is "All is well," and then the other line is "I am safe." I forgot what the other 2 are, but Karen Drucker is phenomenal metaphysical singer on YouTube, and also my favorite musician of all time. She signs all my guitars is Amy Steinberg, and she's phenomenal, Amy Steinberg. So anyway, trust in the divine mystery. The divine always has our backs, even if we're walking through tough stuff, and know that all is well. Many blessings and love. If you come to the Unity of Gulfport, please come find me and let me know that you're there. And please introduce yourselves. I'd love to see you. And I hope to see you again next week or some other time at 7:30 p.m. on Thursday. Many blessings and love. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye now. Oh, hold on. One question I missed. Yes. Well, me and my guy recovering from the situation. I feel you will. Anything else? All right. So blessings. Take care.